y'all how many of you have ever sent or received a PDF document, because I know the answer is every single one of you. And most of you are probably either have used or are very familiar with the products like InDesign, Illustrator, Photoshop, Fireworks, Dreamweaver, or Flashlight. Well, the company that produces these incredible products happens to also be an incredible company to work for. At Adobe, there are internships for every type of field you can imagine. Engineering, finance, marketing, computer science, design, you name it, there's going to be an internship for it. And at Adobe's internships, you're placed on a team and work on a project throughout the duration of your internship. And these projects aren't simply busy work to keep interns occupied for 12 weeks. Rather, they are real problems that Adobe wants solutions for and often implements the solutions that interns come up with. Now, I know when you're considering where to get an internship, you look at more than just the company. You look at the area it's located in. For example, maybe you don't want to be in Montana for the entire summer. Luckily, Adobe is located in the beautiful city of San Jose, California, and you get to spend a lot of time exploring the city, especially if you're not from there and have never really explored Northern California at all. More than just being able to explore on your own, Adobe actually facilitates exploring the area by offering company-sponsored contests, hikes, and outings into the city. This is also great if you've never met anyone from San Jose. You get to meet your coworkers and become friends with them outside of work as well. More benefits include extremely good pay, as well as fitness benefits and medical benefits, so including a gym on site so you can get swole while you're in your internship, definitely important, and commuting compensation, and the list goes on and on and on. It's really, you can see why this company is consistently rated one of the favorite companies to work for in the United States. Now, I know you're thinking, well, what about the future? What happens after the internship? Yes, you can put it on your resume, but more than that, 64% of Adobe's new full-time hires are people who were their interns beforehand. So as you can see, this is a great launch pad into a future career. The application process includes 2 phone interviews and an on-site interview. So if you're interested, please contact me or any of my other recruiting teammates who are in the back of the room today. Thank you, and we hope to see what Adobe can do for you. They're adventurous, they're daring, but what they also are is prepared and safe. That's why we want to introduce the Hideaway Jacket by the Uncharted Supply Company to stores nationwide so that customers can have access to this incredible jacket. So here's a brief overview of what we'll be presenting on today, starting with the product. So what is the Hideaway Jacket? It's the best jacket you can ever own because it folds up really small to the size of a baseball, so it's very packed and transportable. But more than that, it's a waterproof rain jacket that can also be converted into a warm coat by adding something like leaves or newspaper or lint or anything you really have around you, and you place them in the strategically placed panels, and it becomes insulated and warm and dry. Now, all of these coats are unisex and come in this electric yellow color, which not only is stylish, but it also is also a safety feature because it's highly reflective in low light settings. Now, thousands of people every year suffer from exposure, and so this jacket aims to prevent that by having one with you at all times in case you get caught in a sudden storm or anything like that. Now, have any of you heard of the Tom's 1-for-1 campaign? So you buy a pair of Tom's shoes and they give one to somebody in Africa. Well, the Uncharted Supply Company does a very similar thing. For every jacket purchased, we give a jacket to a homeless person to be able to keep them warm and safe and dry when they're out on the streets, because often they suffer during the winter months. Now, we launched an Indiegogo campaign and met our full expected total. And so that's actually the only place that it's been purchased so far is via the Indiegogo campaign and our online website. However, we'd love to expand into REI's brick and mortar stores as well. Now, we produce this product for $5 a piece and retail for $50. So we want to sell it to you, the wholesaler, for $30, giving you a profit of $20 per jacket. We believe that the Hideaway Jacket will fit seamlessly onto REI's shelves, partially because of its small fold-up size. You can simply have one on display hanging like you see here, and have the rest all folded up and taking up very little space in the shelves. Additionally, we believe that this is a great product for REI because we share the same target customer base, which can actually create brand loyalty for both of our businesses. Additionally, we see the Hideaway jacket as a great launch pad for other products by the Uncharted Supply Company. We at the Uncharted Supply Company specialize in high-end survival gear, such as high-end backpacks and water bottles, and we believe that this jacket can be a launch pad to future connections with REI, because we'd love to have these products also available exclusively at REIs across the nation. And at the end of the day, we want to make sure that no one is left in the cold again, and we believe that REI can help us do that. Thank you. It's largely a summation of the choices we make every day. We make hundreds of choices every single day, whether we realize that they're choices or not. Now, some of these choices are large, life-altering choices. Where to go to college, what job to pick, who to marry. But a lot of these choices are a lot smaller and a lot less impactful in a way. I'm going to focus on these micro choices for a minute. How many of you start your day every once in a while, or if you're super addicted, every single day by going to Starbucks or La Prima or some other type of coffee shop? A good amount of you. I see some of you don't want to admit that you buy $5 coffee every day. But have you ever thought about the fact that when you stand in line, and there's always a line at Starbucks no matter what time of day you go, have you ever thought about the fact that when you stand in line and you finally get to the front and it's your turn to order, that you have over 70,000 different choices of what you could order? Yes, 70,000. That number comes from the fact that there are 4 different sizes of drinks you could order, iced and hot. There are usually 3 different flavors of coffee and a decaf option, not to mention all of the frappuccinos and smoothies that they can make in the blenders, all the teas that they can brew, all of the bottled drinks, and their specialty bar, where they can make all of the lattes and use all different types of milk, almond milk, soy milk, whole skim, you name it. And then don't even get me started on all the different syrups you can put in your drink. Once you start thinking of this and start to do the math, it very quickly adds up to over 70,000 options, and that was before the unicorn frappuccino was even introduced. And yet, every single time when I get to the front of the line and it's my turn to order, I order a grande non-fat vanilla latte. Why do I do that? Why do I order the same thing every single time? Anyone? Yeah?
It's your favorite?
It's my favorite. Any other? Routine?
Oh, it's not risky.
Right. I order the grande non-fat vanilla latte because I love the grande non-fat vanilla latte. It makes me feel good inside. I am not too proud to stand up in front of you and admit that this drink makes my day every time I order it. And most people do this. Most people have this drink that they order every single time. They know what's safe, they know what they like, they know what's going to taste good consistently. But one time, I was next in line, and the person in front of me, she ordered a zebra mocha. Have any of y'all heard of a zebra mocha? Okay, a couple heads. I had never heard of it, so I asked her. And she got so excited, she couldn't even explain it to me. The barista finally had to explain that instead of 4 pumps of chocolate in the mocha, it was 2 pumps of chocolate and 2 pumps of white chocolate. Sounded to me like a candy bar in a cup. But either way, she ordered it and she was so excited. And when I got to the front of the line, you know what I ordered? A grande non-fat vanilla latte. I ordered what I knew, even when this new exciting option was available to me. However, I've started doing a new thing, where every once in a while, I'll go up to the barista and tell them it's barista's choice, and my only requirements are that it's a grande hot coffee drink, and the rest is up to them. You kind of end up with some really interesting combinations at this point, and some of them have been amazing, and some of them have been really bad. But the point is that I tried something new and branched out. And so I encourage you, in a world where people will always stick to their grande non-fat vanilla lattes, to branch out and either order a zebra mocha or let the barista choose your next drink. Thank you.